All right, everyone, case in point about legacy media propaganda. By the way, I feel much better today. Yesterday, I just felt under the weather, and I don't even quite know why. I didn't sleep that well, but that's not something I'm not used to because I'm an insomniac anyway. Maybe it's because here, in Europe, you have tiny cups and little spoons. You know, come on, what am I supposed to do, dude? This amount of coffee won't even touch me. Anyway, ABC News really shitting it up. It was so great. They tried to pass on when I saw the initial thread. Somebody linked me on Twitter through DM to what was going on. Went over to 4chan and they had and the funny thing is, I think I had seen the actual video years and years ago because I was just looking up like machine guns and explosions and stuff because sometimes it's cool. I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, I actually saw the initial video that ABC was recycling here and trying to pass off what they did. They were trying to take a 2010 era video of a shooting range, like a military shooting range where they can use actual, like, licensed machine guns. They tried to pass off that footage of firing and explosions as though it was combat footage from the other day in Syria. Somebody really, really screwed up at ABC. Now, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, which is what nobody else is going to do. And come on, I'm the most frequent critic of the corporate media, but even I'm going to give them one little bit of leverage here, which was I think that what happened is that somebody copied that footage, sent it in to them from the Middle East, from Syria or Iraq or wherever. Some person over there, probably some Kurd with a satellite uplink, in all honesty. Some person over there sent it to ABC and said, look what happened, we're being slaughtered. And some staffer saw that and without attribution and without any real checking said, oh my God, this is terrible. So they gave it to the head of ABC, I guess, or their editor or whatever, and then they slapped it on there as though it was real without fact checking. And it was up there apparently for like a whole day before it was taken down. Then ABC issues an apology as soon as there were concerns about its authenticity, we immediately took it down. Well, no, it's not concerns about authenticity. It's you cropped a fucking video. And it was cropped, by the way, so that makes it even more mysterious. You took a cropped shot from 2010, passed it off as though it was 2 or 3 days ago, put it on your site claiming that it showed a slaughter of the Kurds by the Turks in clear pro-war propaganda to try to get people to support the idea, Orange Man bad, we need to be in the Middle East forever because evil people over there otherwise will kill each other. That's exactly what it was. It's just like the bullshit story from the day before claiming that that U.S. forces were attacked by the Turks in order to try to draw us into a conflict. Didn't happen. Some mortars or missiles or whatever landed about a mile away from where their position was. Oh my goodness, like here's what they want. They want a situation in which I guess the Turks and Kurds and the Syrian army can't even operate because anything within 5 miles of U.S. forces, if someone so much as brings a BB gun into that zone, all of a sudden it's an act of war. It's an impossible sort of situation. We shouldn't be there at all physically. Like, our troops shouldn't even be in Syria, let alone anywhere near the fighting that's going on, because they could ending up getting rope-a-doped into it. What could happen is a situation where our troops get taken hostage, they do get bombed. Somebody like, let's say the Kurds want the U.S. to get involved in the situation because they think that we'll end up on their side somehow or something. So let's say they don't take some chlorine bombs and fire them over the walls into our base and gas a few of our troops. Maybe Turkey thinks that we'd get, because of NATO, that we would get involved. So they plant a false flag. They have a couple dudes in Kurdish uniforms show up and just fire a few mortars at our base or something. It's ripe for a situation where someone tries to pull a Reichstag fire. So, we shouldn't even be there physically. ABC was trying to make its propaganda, and I guess the idea was that if you took a video that didn't have that many views, and it was uploaded long, long ago, so it's not highly searchable, it's not a material on YouTube's algorithms and hasn't been for almost a decade. You take that video that looks really intimidating, lots of explosions and fire and stuff, and you play with the audio so you don't hear the cheering in the background, and you crop it a little bit to make it less evident that there's shenanigans going on at the time when you're fronting this video as though it was in Syria, and then you just present it to your audience. By the time, here's the problem. By the time fact-checking could occur, because ABC didn't fact-check it. It had already been there long enough so that the majority of people who were ever going to see it already saw it. If you looked at the comment section on the ABC upload, right at the time that the 4chan thread was up for like the first 20 or 30 minutes, which is when I was there, most of the comments were some permutation of Trump is responsible for massacre, Trump loves this, Trump is evil, he must go, evil Turks, evil Kurds, evil people, we must get involved, save the children. Bullshit. A bunch of touchy-feely, overly emotional nonsense peppered with political references. Then people started showing up and saying, look, that's not even what's being depicted there. By the time most of the top comments were, obviously, because of ratings, people pouring in to correct the story that ABC never bothered to fucking correct in the first place, what happened is that around that time, that's when ABC removes the video. So tens of thousands of people saw a video that they thought was a slaughter of the Kurds in Syria, even if a retraction is issued. It's not being issued on YouTube. So the native audience there, tens of thousands of people who watch ABC. ABC is not the most partisan network. That's apparently CNN, according to the Veritas release, normally the MSNBC. In the post-Trump era, a little bit different. Basically what ends up happening is that everyone has already watched that video. They've already absorbed a reality that's vastly different from the real reality, which is, look, this is from Knob Creek. Nobody was harmed in the production of this video. People at the end of it were cheering. It was actually quite funny. That's about all. Peace out.